As followers of Christ, one of the most powerful witnesses I believe No Heart Left Behind can have is meeting the basic real-world needs of people. Through the kindness and generosity of No Heart Left Behind donors, our care ministry is able to reach out to those in need in various ways. The story of Ashley is just an example of one of the ways that we have been able to walk alongside an individual in this community who so desperately was in need of help. I met Ashley December of 2011 when she knocked on the door of my home. And when I answered the door, there was this young lady, age 24, tears in her eyes, seeking things for her children for Christmas. She had been referred to No Heart Left Behind through a government agency. And when she came through the door and we sat down and we talked for hours, I came to know the heart of a young lady who had been very wounded growing up.
Before I met Miss Abby, I was staying a family house. We didn't have water. I lost my mom when I was 15. I had a child, so it was kind of hard. We slept in the car. We slept in shelters. I used to scold my sister. She was had a boyfriend, an older person. I go stay with them sometimes. Till I came back, we was like back and forth to New Orleans. My mom used to live over there, so we was back and forth in New Orleans. Then we come back to Covington. My family didn't want to be bothered. Basically, walked inside one day, heard my auntie talking about it. So I left. I left her house, never looked back. My grandfather had a house on Sunshine. Started staying out there. We didn't have no water, or nothing, but it was a house. So I stayed there. Prior to that, 2006, my son took sick. So now I'm with 2 kids, a sick child, nowhere to go.
Ashley had 3 children, 2 girls and a young boy, and the reason she was in the situation that she was in was because she had lost her job due to the fact that her son had suffered from seizures. Because she had to spend time with him away from her job, she was fired from her job and ended up not having any income whatsoever.
I used to do like private sitting, on and off with that, but he stayed sick so much to where I couldn't even work because we was in and out of New Orleans Hospital. In and out. Like we'll stay over there for months at a time. I mean, literally, I would stay at New Orleans Hospital for like 2 or 3 months. That's how bad he used to have seizures.
One of the things that happened during this 4-year period that I've been with Ashley is the death of her son. I was speaking out in Colorado Springs, and I'll never forget the day when she called me, and I was on a break in my speaking engagement, and she was sobbing on the other end of the phone, and she was telling me that Herbert had died.
One day he went into a seizure. I just had met Miss Abby, and I was telling her a little bit about my situation. We had a doctor's appointment in New Orleans, and on our way there he had a seizure, and he never came out of it.
But what I heard from her that day was the despair in her voice was because all she could say was, "I don't want to bury him in a pauper's grave." The hopelessness in her voice made me commit to her and said, "I don't know how, but I know who. And I don't know how you're going to be able to not bury your son in a pauper's grave, but I know who. And I know that that is not what he desires for your son." And so because of the generous donations, as we put the word out to the supporters of No Heart Left Behind, we were able to raise $4,000 to give her son a proper burial. It is things like that that I am so grateful for, to the supporters of NHLB, because without the individuals that pour into the ministry, we wouldn't be able to give a hand up or be able to come alongside individuals to give them the hope that we so desire for them to come to know in Jesus.
I'll never forget, she was out of town. And I didn't have no one else to call. When I met her, she just let me in her house. Like, she didn't care about my background. She didn't care who I was. She didn't care nothing about that. She just let me in. Like she knew me for forever. And she was right there. She helped me bury my son and everything because I didn't have it. Over the top. She helped me get a job. One of my daughters started staying back with me. My oldest one. She started staying back with me. Ms. Abby started helping me financial wise. And I got one of my daughters, she started staying back with me. And then I got a job. I didn't have transportation though. She gave me her car. She just gave it to me and to get me back and forth to work, get my daughter back and forth to school. She left and went out of town. She comes back. I had a car. My first car was the 1996 Honda Accord, thanks to No Heart Left Behind. And then a couple of months later, about probably a year later, my other daughter came back, started staying with me. So now I got both my girls staying with me. I have a full-time job. Then God done blessed me with another car.
The other things that I've seen with Ashley is her willingness to work tirelessly when most people would not get up and go to work. She would get up in spite of the pain of her physical condition, in spite of the fact that she was tired. She would go and wash dishes day in, day out to be able to provide for her girls. Through this experience, I have learned courage from Ashley.
And she haven't left me yet. We managed, she got me like on a budget system where I budget my money every month, through her. She always says it's not a handout. It's a hand up. It's not a handout, it's a hand up. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be the person I am. I wouldn't be the mother that I am today. Because I almost lost myself. It's just, I don't know. I was lost. She started counseling me so I can find God. Because I was so angry with everything I had done been through just by being 15. So I was very angry. And I have a hole in my heart because everything that had done happened to me, and I couldn't figure out why. Why me? Why? I just couldn't figure it out. But she made it seem easy. She made it seem like everything was gonna be okay, and it was. She did that for me. I don't know how, but she did it.
And one of the things that I asked Ashley when she was sitting at the table was, what goals do you have? Because I was so struck by her determination to make a better life for her children than what she had. And so with that, I set a goal with her, and her goal was to she said, my dream would be to have my own home one day. And then I asked her, how old do you want to be when you have that dream completed? And she said, by the time I'm 30. And so it was that goal that we began to move her towards.
I'm getting a Habitat house. She Met with the lady. She broke her leg, so the woman had to come to her house. And she told her a little bit about my story. And I was approved. I filled out the papers. And I'll be in my house in April. She don't give up on people. And she took me in as her daughter. And she haven't gave up on me yet. And like I said, I'm overwhelmed. Don't give up. Whatever you do, don't give up. It might seem bad, it might look bad, but never give up. God always got a plan. He might not come when you want him, but he's always on time. Never give up. I was that person. I was that girl who almost gave up, almost took my life and everything. I almost gave up. But he wasn't ready for me yet, because he brought me back. And one thing Ms. Abby always taught me is I don't know how, but I know who. And long I know who, I don't need to know how.
Ashley's story typifies the many people that No Heart Left Behind has been able to help. 8 years ago, when No Heart Left Behind was founded, my husband's wise advice still rings true. He said, "Abby, if we get a little, we'll do a little. And if we receive a lot, we'll be able to do a lot." Since that time, with God's help and your support, we are able to help others like Ashley who need a hand up, but not a handout. We need your help. If you would like to partner with us financially, please visit our website at www.noheartleftbehind.com or send a financial gift to 1701 Orchard Drive, Covington, Louisiana, 70435. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. May God bless you.